Hello, Giants Nation. Well, we're here doing an emergency press conference following this abysmal, absolute disgraceful performance after a 4-game win streak. I'm here calling an emergency press conference to discuss the state of the New York Giants. Okay? First, let's get things straight. We just won 4 games in a row. So what? We lose 1 game. It's no big deal. Okay? We'll still make the playoffs. Washington is going and playing San Francisco later this afternoon. San Francisco will do their jobs. They will win that game. We will still be in first place by the end of the day. Okay? Let's get things straight, though. This offense is terrible. It is abysmal. And there's only one man that we can blame for this. Not Daniel Jones, because he's playing on one hamstring right now. I don't even know why he's even in this game. He can't run. He can't move out of the pocket. And let's face it, Daniel Jones not running, I mean, that's who he is Daniel Jones being able to escape and run away from people. So why we have him playing in the first place is a travesty to the NFL fans that actually sat and watched this game. It's a travesty. Secondly, Jason Garrett. I swear to everything. I don't know if Jason Garrett still has love for his boys over in Dallas, Jerry Jones, and the Dallas Cowboys. But it seems to me that Jason Garrett just doesn't want the Giants to win games. Because you had a 3rd and 1, down 20-7. Alright, you had a chance to maybe come back in the game in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 1. Wayne Gallman is getting into his stride. Daniel Jones actually looked like he was doing okay. Had control of the line of scrimmage. Had control of his offensive line. Knew where the blitzes were coming from. So what would you call on a 3rd and 1? May I ask? I don't know. If it was Jason Garrett decides to call for a deep pass down the sideline. Now, I'm sorry, but it's 3rd and 1. What in God's name are you doing? Calling a pass like that. Calling a play like that. It's 3rd and 1. Run the ball up the middle. Get the 1 yard. Or run some shallow cross and have an easy completion for 3 yards. Get the first. Whatever you got to do. Move the damn chains. We're down 2 scores. We're not getting it back all in one play. Jason Garrett apparently doesn't know the score or doesn't know the time in the game. I've had enough. I've had enough of offensive coordinators being completely, utterly inept at their job with this organization. We are the New York Football Giants. We have 4 Super Bowl championships. We should not be subjected to this garbage of an offense. I know Saquon isn't here. I get that. I know we're very young at the offensive line and at the quarterback spot. But I don't blame any of them. They deserve little to no blame because they've been playing very, very, very well, including last week. There is one man who deserves blame here, and that is offensive coordinator Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett has done nothing but made this offense a complete joke. They can't score. They can't hold the ball. They can't move the ball. They can't do anything. The Giants' defense, no problems. I got no issues with the Giants' defense. They've done everything they can to win the Giants' games. And yet, time and time again, the offense has failed them. Whether it's putting them in horrible positions on the field, whether it's going 3 and out 3 consecutive times, having our defense gassed when they give it their all every single play. I'm tired of this. And Jason Garrett is the only one to blame. This play calling is abysmal. The way this offense looks is abysmal. If Daniel Jones cannot run with the football, he should not be playing. because that is his strength, is moving around outside of the pocket. That is what he does well. I'm sorry, but I do not want to see Daniel Jones in the game on one leg. Even if the alternative is Colt McCoy playing quarterback, I don't care. Because Daniel Jones, what he does well is being mobile. And if he's immobile, the defense knows it after one play, one series. You're not fooling anybody. They know he's not running with the ball. He hasn't tried to run all game. There's been numerous opportunities where he normally would run. When the play breaks down, all his receivers are covered. He'll take off for a 5-yard gain, 10-yard gain, and if he gets lucky, he'll take it to the house. Because Daniel Jones is actually pretty fast and pretty athletic, getting outside the pocket. Jason Garrett, I'm sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of the way you handle this team this year. It is disgusting and it is disgraceful. If I have to watch another series of bad play calling like that next week on Sunday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns, I'm going to lose my head. Okay? My head will be off and on the ground. Because I can't stand this anymore. This is ridiculous. And it needs to stop. Now for the Giants' playoff chances, for everyone wondering, and everyone listening, we're okay. We just won 4 games in a row. We virtually dug ourselves out of the hole that we were in. We're playing in the NFC East. Our competition is the Washington football team. The Washington football team is going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Like I said before, the 49ers will do their job. They will win that game. Because like we had a letdown after going into Seattle and beating the Seahawks, who really do not lose in Seattle. We had a letdown. The Washington football team will have a letdown after beating the last undefeated team left in the NFL. There is no reason for concern at this very moment in time. We are in a very, very tough 4-game stretch right now. You're 1-1 after the first 2. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You don't have to be worked up like I'm worked up. I'm only worked up because I expect greatness out of this team. I expect the Giants' culture and pride every single possession of every single game out of these guys. And when I don't get it, I get mad. This is not the Giants team that has played the entire season. Not even close. Not even close. They had a big win over in Seattle. They come home and they lay an absolute egg on the field. And I'm disgusted by it, as should every one of you Giants fans. You should be disgusted by this performance. This is not Giants football. This is not 2020 Giants football. And it will be corrected. And Jason Garrett, I swear to everything, if you so much as ruin our season anymore with your disgusting, despicable offensive play calling, and the way you run this offense, you won't be hearing from just the Maras. You'll be hearing from me. And I don't think that's something you want. It's fine. Shake off this. It's no big deal. The Cardinals are a good team. Let's not pretend like they're bad. They're a good team. It's whatever it is. Don't worry about it. The Giants will be back next week, prime time, against the Cleveland Browns. Let's focus on that and realize who we are. We are a team that fights, and we are a team that needs to believe in ourselves and not just believe that we're going to step into a building and win, because that doesn't happen in the NFL. You have to play. You have to play hard, and you have to execute. And what we did today was not that. Let this be a wake-up call to the Giants that they cannot have this performance every week. It ain't going to happen. Will we win out the next 3 games? Next 2 games, should I say? Against the Browns and the Ravens? I don't know. I hope so. I hope we win both games. If we don't and we end up 2-2 out of this 4-game stretch, playing the Cowboys week 17, most likely for the division, by all means. It is what it is. But this performance, throw it out the window. Because it's disgusting. And I never want to see something like this again for the rest of the year. I do not. And that's all I got to say for this emergency press conference. Thank you all for coming. And again, Jason Garrett, I'm looking at you, buddy. I'm looking at you. Make this right, or you'll be hearing from me.